It's a party online. I think it's every single person right now whitelisted on the server is online. Yeah, pretty sure. Um, yeah, so this used to be our ore processor, but we've moved, and all these generators that were down here are moved. I'm gonna show you that. Mostly, today I'm just gonna be showing kind of our building plans. Like, we could totally make like a mass fabricator or matter fabricator, not sure which one it is. But I keep like procrastinating because it's going to be so much work to make all those machines. Like mostly the industrial grinder and what else? Implosion compressor. So I've been kind of procrastinating and just building stuff. So basically this place is completely deserted. We need to still move this stuff over. We got some random chests with a couple things. And this one MFE with our solar panels, which we don't need it. We have like 10 MFEs. Well, we did have 10, but we were crafting a bunch of MFSUs basically. So, yeah, let me show you what's new. Basically, we set up a big, I guess you can kind of like a power grid. What did I just pick up? Okay. Yeah, my coin of fortune draws in nearby items and XP. So, sometimes I just pick up random stuff like that. So down here, well, let me first show you what else I built. If you remember this little tile area, I kind of expanded it to the whole floor, this whole area, and there's windows right here. You can look outside. Looks pretty cool. There's this cave down here that's just a dead end. So nothing there. Probably just close that off when we get to it. This stuff is just for the biofuel tank, which we're not running right now because it's full. So it's not running. Yeah. So, oh, what is Bon? Bon is over here creeping again. He's probably looking at their house to get ideas. So basically we started producing a ton of charcoal. This is one full barrel, so this is like 65,000 charcoal right here. And then we got another one that's almost full. Yeah. So basically, we're gonna have to redesign. We're gonna have to redesign this, but this is a bunch of generators. See, this is why we have to redesign. These pipes, the pneumatic tube, it works for the top row because it puts it into the bottom of these top generators, so they just burn up. But it's putting it into the top slot of the bottom row. So like that pipe that you can see right here, it's actually when it inputs item into these, it puts them into the top. And we do have another pipe underneath those, so kind of you get some in the top and bottom. But basically what we're going to do, we're going to use a router, and that makes it so easy. If you know what a router is, it's basically magic, like no pipes. We use a router here for our sorting system. For example, how many ink sacks? See, we have 7 ink sacks. Watch this. When we put this in the purple inner chest, we put an item into here. It'll get pumped into the router, instantly placed into the correct barrel. So now we got 8. Basically, the router detects all the possible inventories that it's touching or that it's connected to with different machines or barrels or whatever, and it'll place it into wherever it can put it. So you can make sorting systems like that with a router. So basically, we're going to use a router, and there's different options. See, you can choose to insert into top sides, into south, and so on, into anywhere. Slot 0 is apparently what we want to use according to Ox. But I'm choosing top sides for the barrels because that's how, if you know about pipes, if you're trying to put anything into a barrel, you have to put it in the top. And in order to pull anything out of a barrel with pipes, it's got to be coming out of the bottom. So that's why it says into top sides. But so we're gonna need to make a router for all these things, and we're just gonna say, I guess saying insert into bottom sides would work, but Oxgon said that he set up a router for his charcoal generators, and he just said insert into slot 0, and that apparently puts it into the bottom. So yeah, whatever. We just need to make a router. I think Bon made a ton of dark iron. Let me see if I can find it. funny because ever since our house blew up and we lost our wrath igniter, among many other things, we've been mooching off of mooching. Is that the word? No, yeah, I think that's the word. Mooching off of Oxgon and using his igniter. So apparently, like yesterday, Bon went over there. I wasn't online, but Bon's like, "Hey, can I use your igniter?" And so Oxgon gives him like a full igniter to use, and apparently Bon used the whole thing, and no one knows how. Because I mean, it just takes one click to turn a bunch of iron into dark iron. So I don't know how he managed to use the whole igniter. But that's kind of funny. We were laughing about it and making fun of him. But I don't know where the other dark iron is that he apparently just made. I would totally make a router. I just haven't got around to asking him. After this video, I'll probably do that. Yeah, so we're gonna probably get a router for to put charcoal into the generators and to put wood into these. Why is there a sign in the iron furnace? Seriously. What the heck? I'm so confused. Anyways, I made this awesome ore processor. It's the most compact one I've ever made. There's a sign I just put into it. It's just going to be sent back to the purple chest, which is going to send it back to the barrels. This is so tiny. I mean, if you remember, like way back when I was doing the single player world, this was I did the same thing kind of with recyclers, macerator, furnace. That's basically all it is. And it was huge. And same thing as when we're in that underwater room in this world. It took up like a huge area, and it was just like a big mess of pipes. But now it's so small. Like I guess I just figured out with some more experience. I figured out how to use the pipes the best way and stuff. So basically, step by step. Yellow ender chest. This is where quarry is output to, and this is also where my ender pouch is connected with. So you can put anything whenever you're anywhere on the map. You just open that up, put whatever you want in, and it'll be sent to this chest. Everything's pumped out. It's just a bunch of diamond pipes in a row. Basically, this first recycler is dedicated to stone, because we get a lot of stone from quarries, and we got 3 overclockers for that. This next one over is 1 overclocker that gets all the other blocks that we want to recycle from quarries. And yeah, cobblestone just goes into the first one. Then the output scrap is pumped out to the back to make scrap boxes. I had a scrap boxinator set up right here, but it blew up. It was really dumb. Basically, scrap boxes would go into the scrap boxinator. I mean, scrap goes in the scrap boxinator. Scrap boxes come back out. No, that's wrong. Scrap boxes are actually consumed by the scrap boxinator, and it produces all the random items that get pumped out. And basically, the reason I send it back to the beginning of the ore processor is because sometimes you get items that need to be processed. So for example, you can get iron dust out of a scrap box, so then that'll just be sent down again, and iron dust will be sent down to the furnace. So that's how the recyclers work. And then these are also very simple. This is the macerator diamond pipe. All this stuff gets sent down to the bottom output, which is black. And since this row is filled up, I had to use a second output for uranium, which is red, which just goes to this way. Basically, both black and red will put stuff into the hopper. That's how the furnace works too. Same setup. Use 2 rows because this. Wait, where's the aluminum? There was aluminum in here too. I'll fix that though. And then in order to pull stuff out of those, I just wooden pipe with redstone engines. I need to try to find a better way to pump stuff out of these machines, because first of all, I believe that redstone engines cause some lag for us while we're playing, and I also think there might be a way. I read about energy links or something like that, and I think if those are faster than redstone engines, like if they can pull out more items per second, then I would want to totally switch those for sure. But basically, just wooden pipe, iron pipe, basically just to make sure that it doesn't connect with the hoppers, so it doesn't put them back into the hoppers, and so it doesn't connect to each other. Then stone and cobblestone, just so they don't connect to each other. and they get sent this way to the barrels. Now, oh, this is gonna be the walls, but they're not done yet. This is lapis, and basically, for one lapis lazuli block, you use a handsaw. You can cut it into these pieces. So basically, for one lapis block, you get 8 of these little slabs. So that's what the walls are gonna be. Watch this. Whoa, top secret. Not anymore though. Now everyone knows. But this is gonna be a village. The reason there's chests floating everywhere is because I used this program. I haven't seen one of these guys in a while. I used a program I wrote called RectExc, short for rectangle excavate. Basically, you just say you give it 3 dimensions of something to excavate. This for example was 43 by 43 by 8, and that's what it does. It leaves behind a chest with all the stuff it picks up. This is gonna be a village, like I said, and it's gonna be kind of inspired by the Luxor Hotel in Las Vegas. But I mean, it's not gonna obviously look a lot like that. I only have 8 blocks of height, but I did do a lot of planning. Like I figured out what it's gonna look like. I have it all drawn out in my head with all the dimensions, exactly how much I need. 43 by 43 by 8. It'll look cool. We're just gonna breed villagers. It's gonna take a lot of work to get a villager over here, or a couple villagers, so they can start breeding. I was thinking we could just use portal guns, but we need a nether star for that. And I was all excited. I thought there was a recipe for the nether star, because otherwise in order to get a nether star you have to kill the wither. But I just realized like a couple days ago, I'm like, oh, there's a recipe for the nether star. But then like for like 5 seconds I was excited, but then I realized it actually takes nether star in the recipe, and the recipe it produces 2 nether stars. So that's only good for changing 1 nether star into 2 nether stars, which is probably worth it. It's not too expensive. This stuff is cheap. It's just glass, water, and then these, and then more glowstone. Wither skulls, we got an infinite supply of those. Diamonds, it's only 1 diamond, that's nothing. And these things, it's nothing too expensive in there either, just a bunch of random stuff. We really want to get portal guns, because that would be really easy to transport a villager over from a village and just have them start breeding in our village. And the village that we'd be taking from is just right. There's a village right over there in the water, actually. That's probably the closest one. But now, since portal guns, I mean, they might be a ways off still until we kill the wither. I don't know. We might just make a little train track, minecart track, to bring some over. It's not too far. I don't know, probably like 100 blocks. But well, check this out. There's a really cheap recipe, seemingly, for track. Oh, there's a lot of tracks. Okay, that one. Wooden rail bed. You can see it's just wooden ties. We have creosote, so I mean that's not the expensive part. The expensive part is the standard rail. As you can see, rolling machine, iron. Look at this, 8 standard rail. Yeah, you can get a lot of track pretty quick. I thought there was a steel recipe though, where it's just like 1 steel for like 64 tracks, but I don't know. But anyway, it's not gonna be too expensive. But we might get portal guns before we do that anyway, so I don't know. So let me go show you guys the new changes to Oxgon's place. And also, I guess I'll show you a Monks' place, because now there's a 3rd house being, I guess a 3rd area kind of being developed. And I'll keep his coordinates secret, just because I don't know if he wants them shown, but I'll do that after. So they pretty much took all their stuff out of this, all their machines out of this, like, the living area, I guess you can call it. It's kind of all, like, bare, which is pretty crazy. I mean, they had a lot of stuff in here. I guess they brought it all down to the underground area, I guess. I don't know. I kind of like the way it looked before, but I don't know. They're probably gonna build more in this area. Got some pet dogs. Got a nice massive fireplace. Now check this out. I took a look into this. This is pretty crazy. This is apparently their storage. Look at this. It's like a computer terminal. You can see all the items they have. They've got 900,000 cobblestone. A ton of stuff. And you can actually search for stuff. For example, diamond. You can just, all the stuff they have. It's so crazy. And I don't know what this thing is. I think it's for, I guess it's for crafting. But I don't know. I haven't messed with that stuff. But that is pretty cool. That's kind of like the next step up after the router's barrel sorting system that I have. But I don't want to tear that down. It was so cool. And it took so much work. Where are they? They're all underground. Having a nice conversation. Ooh. They've built so much stuff down here. These things are cool. They're called wrath lamps. Apparently they give off a ton of light. Like the radius for the light is really huge. I don't know how much it is, but it looks pretty big. This one looks like you can kind of see where it starts getting dim. But yeah, I guess that pretty much shows. So it's, I don't know, it looks like 20 radius or something like that. So those are cool. They're just kind of expensive and hard to make. Look at that. 366 UU matter. These guys got the craziest machine setup I've ever seen. Look at this. Okay, whoa. You know how I was mentioning earlier about how they're gonna use a router with their generators. I haven't taken a good look at this yet, but this is here's a router right here. That's what they've done. Into slot 1. So I guess it's not slot 0, it's slot 1. There's a charcoal, it's just being fed in. So I guess this would be slot 0 and this is slot 1 then. Makes sense. Normally as in programming, things are indexed as the first thing being 0 and then after that goes 1 and up. Pretty crazy stuff. Yeah, so let me go fly on over to Amounce's place real quick. Coordinates are off. So he hasn't finished his house yet. But he's built a lot of stuff. What the heck is this? Interesting. This is just a basic storage. Except, yeah, just miscellaneous stuff. He does have a sorting room they set up. It's chunk loader. Enchantment table. How do I get down again? Oh yeah. He's got his barrel router set up just like me and Bon. That's over here. I think the reason he first pulls everything into a diamond chest and then into a router is that if he actually gets an item into the router that doesn't have a barrel, it will cause a clog in the system, so the router will stop pumping. But this diamond chest buffer kind of allows more items to build up behind the clog before stuff starts overflowing in this chest, you know? So I think that's the idea behind that. I think that seems pretty much to make some good sense to me. And down here he's got something else. Ooh. So this is the charcoal stuff. We're all doing the same thing, I guess. Fur logs. This is a chest from his farm. Pumps into the router, so he is using a router already. And the router, this is just to put stuff into the, you can see it says into top sides of these iron furnaces to produce a bunch of charcoal. And these redstone engines are pumping the charcoal out. They then touch the bottoms again, so if there's room in here for them to fill up the charcoal, they will. Otherwise, they just get pumped out into this barrel. Pretty cool. I don't know if he's talking to me, but I don't know anything about filters. Yeah. So, I'm trying to decide what material to build my village out of. Like, these inverted lights, I don't think I want to do a bunch of these because these are expensive, kind of. Basically, glowstone is pretty expensive. 2 glowstone pieces for every block. These aren't expensive, and neither are these. I don't know. I might just go like basic wooden or brick or something like that for the buildings. But yeah, this was the way down there before until my village excavation cut right through that, and I kind of didn't even think about it. Now I'm gonna have to figure out what to do with that. I might just have this little tunnel go down to maybe it'll be the entrance to the village, or maybe it'll be some other room that's just not that deep. Yeah. But that's gonna be it for today, guys. So hope you guys enjoyed. I'm gonna probably, when I start building this village, I'm gonna probably do it all on video. So it might be kind of long videos, but all the titles will be something like building the village or whatever. So you'll know, like, it's just gonna be a long process. But I'm gonna build it all, probably on video. I don't know. Maybe I'll just do parts. But I'll see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed. Bye bye.